Welcome back to PS Academy. I'm your host Istvan, digital marketer and marketing automation specialist, and today I'll be speaking about Facebook Business Manager and Facebook Ads Manager, the two platforms that are absolutely essential when it comes to creating professional Facebook ads. I'll be going into how to create a Facebook Business Manager, how to create a Facebook Ads Manager, and of course, why you need these tools. So if you want to create the best Facebook ads possible, make sure you watch this video and implement everything I show you. If you're new to digital marketing or you just want to brush up your skills and learn a couple of tips and tricks, make sure you like this video, you subscribe to our channel, and you ring that notification bell. That way you'll be sure that you'll receive all of the new content we put up on PS Academy. Now, this might be the very first time you hear about Facebook Business Manager, but I assure you it's an extremely important tool and you'll be using it a lot. If you're a small business owner and you only have one page and one ad account and you just want to run a couple of simple ads, you don't need to worry about it. But in the instant that you have more business assets such as Instagram accounts, Facebook accounts, Facebook pixels, then you'll definitely need the Facebook Business Manager. Especially if you're a digital agency, you'll need a way of actually getting access to the different Facebook pages and Facebook ad accounts of your clients. And the Facebook Business Manager is the best tool for this purpose. Now, the core functions of this Facebook Business Manager are to manage your resources, manage accesses to these resources, and also create new resources. For example, you'll have all of your Facebook business pages in this Facebook Business Manager. And additionally, you can request access to other Facebook pages, for example, the pages of your clients, and manage your accesses inside of the Business Manager. And the same thing applies to ad accounts as well. You don't want to be creating Facebook ad accounts for your clients. What you want is to request access to their ad accounts, so it's basically their property, and you're just a user on this ad account. And the simplest way is using Facebook Business Manager. So in essence, it's an aggregator. You have all these assets on there and you have the ability to manage access, gain access, and also create these assets. Now I'm sure you actually want to get into the hands-on part of this video and see how to create a Facebook Business Manager. So let's actually get to it. I'm over here on the Facebook Business Manager overview page, and this is of course a place where you can create your account. Now the URL to this is business.facebook.com/overview, and I'll leave this link in the description as well. Now on this page, you can see a lot of arguments for why you'll be needing a Facebook Business Manager, as well as a couple of use cases. Now I won't get into this too much. I'll actually start creating my account. When you click on create an account, you'll get three simple questions. First of all, the name of your business and your account, of course, your name, and your business email address. Now do note, you only have a limited number of Business Manager accounts you can create. So for example, we at Pixel Solutions, we already have a couple of Business Manager accounts. We have one for agency called Pixel Solutions and one for PS Academy as well. So be careful because Facebook won't allow you to make a lot of accounts, especially not with the same email address. Now let's get back to the name. This name will be publicly available, so whenever you're adding an asset from your client into your Business Manager account, your client will be able to see the name of your Business Manager. So do make sure that it's something easily identifiable or that it actually has the same name as your business or brand. For example, we have Pixel Solutions and PS Academy, which are, of course, the name of our brands. Now over here, let's say this is, of course, going to be a demo account, so I'll just call it Demo BM PS Academy. And of course, you're gonna select your name. This automatically populates from your Facebook account, and this is absolutely correct over here. And it's asking us for our business email. Now, it says over here, this should be an email you use to conduct company business, and that this email will have to be verified as well. So be sure you choose your email address that you often use to work. Now, I'll enter something over here, let's say my own business email address. And as you can see, it already identified that my business has an account. And it says this domain info@pixelsolutions.ro is associated with a business manager, and I should contact the admin to actually take part in this business manager. So I won't actually be creating this account because we already have a bunch of them and we already have a demo account as well. So I don't want to be using up my limit, but do know when you click submit, your account is already created. There's nothing else to it basically. So I'll just get out of the screen and hop on over to our BM account. And we're in our actual Facebook Business Manager page. Now this is the overview screen and it shows you ad accounts and pages from the get-go. As you can see, there are no ad accounts and no pages in here, and it's directing us to go to business settings in order to add them. Over here on this overview page, you'll actually see some basic stats about your ad accounts and your pages, or at least the ones that you have in your favorites. But since we don't have any, let's actually go to the business settings. So over here on the left side, you can see the different asset categories. So we've got users, we've got accounts, data sources, and a bunch of other stuff. Of course, users, pretty important. This is all the people that have some sort of access to the different assets we have on the BM. There are different levels of access you can give each user to each asset. So it's not like once you add someone to your business manager, they have unlimited access to all of the assets on there. You as an administrator actually have the right to restrict their access or grant them access to different assets and different levels of access to the assets as well. So as you can see, we have two users over here, myself and my colleague Claudio, and we're both business admins. Business admin is basically the highest level of access, and it means that you can do anything in this business manager account. Now, another interesting part are the partners. Partners are agencies basically, or other companies that work with Facebook business assets. Let's say you're a business owner and you're working with an agency, then this is where you'll need to add them. You'll add them as a partner, and as a partner, they can become a user of your different Facebook assets. But I'll show you how to grant accesses. And of course, we have this accounts section, which is really, really important. It's where most of your assets will be. So we've got pages, we've got ad accounts, asset groups, apps, Instagram accounts, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, of course, let's actually see how you can add a page. We made the PS Academy demo page last time, and of course, I'd be interested in adding it to the PS Academy demo business manager. So over here on this pages section, I'll click add. And once I click add, it shows me three different options. I can directly add a page, but that's only if I own it or I am an administrator of the page. I can request access to a page. For example, if you want to add the page of one of your clients, this is the way you'll be going. You'll be requesting access. Or you can create a brand new page from your business manager. This is one of the functions that a business manager has, is once you have your business manager, you won't be creating pages and other Facebook assets the traditional way. You'll be creating them from your business manager. And once you're creating them from the business manager, those assets will be associated and owned by this business manager, which is a major advantage because they won't be linked to your personal Facebook account. So for example, even if you decide to, never use Facebook ever again and disable your Facebook account, these assets will still be owned by a business manager, and the other users on the business manager will still have access to these assets. Now, if the pages would have been owned by your personal Facebook account and you disable it, then you're in trouble basically, because the sole admin or the sole owner won't exist anymore. Let's actually add our demo account over here, and what I'll do is I'll request access to that page. And as you can see over here, we require a primary page. So every business manager account requires this primary page, which, as it says over here, is the page that best represents your business. So of course, in the case of Pixel Solutions, the primary business page is the Pixel Solutions business page. And the same over here for PS Academy, our primary business page will be the actual PS Academy page. So it's suggesting that I either create a primary page or add one. Now, since I have the PS Academy page created already, I'll just click Add Page, and we have a couple of options of how we can find pages. So we can either enter the URL, or we can search for the Facebook page name. So I'll just write PS Academy and see, the instant I actually started writing this, it showed me a bunch of pages that have PS Academy in their name. So we know that PS Academy demo, this is the page that is the actual page we're using. So I'll just select this and I'll click on Add Page. Now, since I am an admin of the PS Academy demo page, as it says over here, it has been automatically approved. So I'll just close this, and it's telling me I need to select a primary page. Now, obviously, this is the only page we have in here, and I'll add it as my primary page. So I'll just click Next. And now it's taken me back to the section where I can request access to a Facebook page. But before we do this, I'll just cancel this, and I'll show you over here. If we go to this Pages section, we have PS Academy Demo as one of our pages, which is great. So I'll just show you what I wanted to show you previously and request access to a page. Now you might have seen that there's another PS Academy demo page, this one, and this one is also owned by myself. So if I want to request access to one of these pages, I can just select it. And as you can see, there are different levels of access I can request. So basically, there are different roles and functions you can have on a Facebook page. So let's just say this might be one of our clients' pages. And if our contract says, well, we're only analysts, then we'll only set view page performance and maybe even view earning insights. Let's say we're content creators, then we can select publish content or moderate messages and comments. And of course, if we're advertisers, we'll definitely need this create ads function. Now, this is also for you business owners. If an agency is requesting access to your page, please be careful what level of access you give them. In their request, you'll see what they requested. So did they ask to publish content? They ask to manage your entire page, which is pretty much admin access. Well, you'll all see it in the request. So be careful when accepting these requests. So since this is one of our pages actually, I'll request full-on manage page level, so admin access. And as you can see, this will give me full control of the page from the business manager. So I'll just request access over here. And since I'm an admin also on this page, it automatically granted me access. So I'll just close this. And as you can see, we have two different pages in our business manager account already. Of course, the next important step is adding people that can use this page. Now, since I was an admin over here, I'm already on the user list. But from here, I can add people and partners that can work with this page. So if I want to add my colleague Claudio, I'll just click on Add People. I'll select him and I'll give him a level of access. I can give him a different level of access from myself. It really depends. So I'll just say I'll add him kind of as a content creator. So I'll assign him like this. Awesome. And he has been automatically added. And now he can see this PS Academy demo page in his pages list. Now, a very interesting part is, of course, assigning partners. Because for a lot of businesses, it's really important that they can assign their agencies as their partners in a safe way. And in order to do this, you need to know the business manager ID of the agency you're working with. So, of course, if you're an agency, you'll be giving out your ID to your customers so they can add you. Or, of course, you'll be adding their pages yourself and sending requests. And as a business owner, you'll need this ID in order to add your partners. Or of course, you'll be accepting these requests. So let's actually see where you can find this ID, because it's a really important part of your business manager. Now, on each of these assets, they all have unique identification numbers. As you can see over here, this page has an ID as well, and it's a bunch of numbers. And you can click on this in order to copy it. Of course, if we go to this page, it's a different ID. Now, if you want to find the ID of your business manager, which you'll be using a lot, you'll have to go to Business Info. And if you click on Business Info, you can see a bunch of information over here. You can set some of these stuff, such as your website, your phone, and so on and so forth. But most importantly, you have your ID right over here. So this is going to be the ID that you'll be sending in order to obtain partner access to some of these assets. Now, the last thing we'll be doing in this video is creating an ad account via our Facebook Business Manager. Now, why do you need to create an ad account? Because as you saw, we did create a Facebook boosted post without having a dedicated ad account. Now, the idea is that was created using our personal ad account. So each Facebook user has an ad account automatically associated to their user. But if you want to create ads as a business, you'll need a dedicated ad account where you can add all of your billing information and of course receive legal invoices for the money you spend on the Facebook advertising platform. So let's actually get into creating a Facebook ad account. We'll click on the Ad Accounts tab over here, and same as with a page, you can either add an ad account, request access to an ad account, or create a new one. This time around, we'll be creating a new ad account. So if I click on this, it will ask me the name of the ad account. Now I'll name this ad account the PS Academy ad account because we're creating it for PS Academy. It'll ask for the time zone you're operating from. Now this is pretty important because you'll be setting start dates, end dates, you'll be setting schedules for your ads, and all of these will be using the time zone you set right now. And do note that you can't actually change the time zone once your ad account has been created. So be really careful what time zone you select. Now we're operating from Europe, Bucharest, so I'll just select GMT +2. And of course, I'll select the currency as well. Do select your local currency or the currency you're most likely to be operating in. So since we're in Romania, I'll look for RON. Let's see over here. Yep, Romanian leu, and I'll select this. So we'll go to the next steps. And of course, it's asking us, who is this ad account made for? Is it for us or is it for another business or client? Sometimes we do create ad accounts for some of our clients, although it's pretty rare. Usually we prefer requesting access to them. But indeed, you can create accounts, although do know, usually there is a limit to how many accounts Facebook lets you create. At the start, your limit is at one ad account. Later on, if Facebook sees that you're actually spending money in creating ads, you can request this limit to be raised. Then they'll raise it to 10 accounts, and eventually they'll give you unlimited ad accounts because they see that you're a trustworthy partner, you're making payments, and you're making ads, and you're using these ad accounts. Basically, what Facebook wants is to declutter. They don't want to let anyone create hundreds of ad accounts and then just abandon them or not use them. They want to kind of make sure that all of the assets that are being built are being used for something and they're not just cluttering their servers. So this is actually for my business, of course. And as Facebook says, it's important to select this clearly. It will ensure the other business's name is displayed across Facebook when you create an ad on their behalf, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of transparency going on Facebook right now, and you can see a lot of things like which pixels are running where, what ad accounts are running which ads, and so on and so forth. So in this effort to be really transparent, they actually need you to select this stuff. So I'll just select my business and I'll say create. And presto, we have our brand new ad account, and as usual, it's asking me to select the users that will be operating on this ad account. So I'll just add myself, and I'll give myself full access, so that's full admin access. And immediately, it's telling me about payment information. Now previously, payment information used to be directly part of the ad account creation process. This time around, you can add payment information separately. Now for the moment, I'll skip adding payment information, but obviously, in order for an ad account to work, it needs to have payment information associated to it. So I'll just click on close over here, and then it asks me if I'm sure, because of course, in order for this ad account to work, it needs payment information. But for now, let's just skip this. Good job, guys. We created our very first Facebook Business Manager. We saw how to set user access levels. We added a page to it. We actually added 2 pages to it. We created an ad account. We learned a lot of basics about managing Facebook assets. Now, that's not all of it, obviously. There's still a lot of things that you can do, but this does give you a base level of knowledge in order to understand how all of these things are connected and how they work. Now, there's a lot of advanced things related to this, like creating asset groups and linking Instagram accounts to your Facebook pages and so on and so forth. But we'll get into these in further videos. On the next episode of PS Academy, we'll be going all the way back to our initial Facebook page and making the initial setup. So we'll look at all the settings, I'll be explaining what each of these settings do, and I'll be giving you recommendations on what are the things that you need to set in order to start using your Facebook business page and of course, you making ads on this Facebook business page. Later on, of course, we'll be getting into Facebook Ads Manager. This time around, we only created it, but of course, there's a lot of setup to do over there too. And of course, the part you're probably waiting for the most is creating professional Facebook ads. If you liked today's video, make sure you like it, you give it a share so all of your marketing buddies can see it, and of course that you subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell. We invest a lot of time in these videos and we want them to remain a free resource. So of course, likes and shares do help us a lot and do expose this knowledge and information to the rest of the community. So if you've enjoyed the content, make sure you share it with your friends as well. Guys, I hope you had a great time, learned a bunch of new stuff, and I'll see you next time with even more tips, tricks, and tutorials. Have a good one.